In the heart of Bogota lies the Gold Museum. It has 34,000 golden pieces on display which were used in the daily lives or sacred rituals of the indigenous people of Colombia. It's hugely important to Colombia, and it's such a special place that in 2018 National Geographic magazine named it one of the best museums in the history of the planet. So, it's worth a look inside.
So today we're going into the Museo del Oro, the Gold Museum in Bogota. We're going to learn about metalwork and gold and society and how it all works together. This is several sheets of thin gold pressed onto a sea snail from 200 BC. Bowls used for panning. Panning for gold. Find out about the techniques of gold working. Put the gold in a clay pot, set fire to the coals, blow down the pipe, melt down the gold. And they got chisels and stone polishers showing how things were hammered into place. And look how many people are here. It's a very popular museum. More and more people pouring in.
These are very tiny pieces, but you are going to find in the poster very big. That is not.
110 after
They're
Christ.
after Christ.
Another pieces on the wall.
And there are also rings. Those are rings.
Nose rings.
Yeah.
Ball rings. They are going to be heavy in your nose. Oh my. This is the lost method of casting with beeswax, and the detail on these pieces here is incredible. So the hard part is making the beeswax mould with all those curves and notches, and then pouring the metal in, whether it's silver, metal or gold, letting it set, cracking it open, cracking the beeswax open and getting out your ornament. This is all about a process where you make a mould in beeswax, then you pack clay around it, then you heat up the clay, pour out the beeswax, so you're left with a mould inside clay that you pour the gold into. And then later on it talks about using copper, and it's just scientific. It's a crazy process. It's really clever, and this is all before Christ. Is it a trumpet? Is it a blowpipe? There's a section here that shows you how they used to repair the gold work. This room talks about the bigger the jewellery you wore, the more important you were in the tribes. And it's not just about gold though, this museum. There's some pottery bits of work here, showing overemphasised heads. More pottery here. This is going on more of a shamanic trip where humans are mixed with animals. These are nose rings, like bull rings that would have been hung from your nose. They're about 6 inches wide and they make noises. They're like chimes that you'd hang from your nose. These objects show political importance and they would be buried with the chief when they died. These are all chest plates. So add these chest plates to the nose rings and the earrings. These people would have looked fantastic. This is a Tyrona woman from 900 after Christ, showing where all the jewellery would have been worn. This apparently shows stuff from the Muisca area, which is the area close to Bogota, where this museum is. This one's got head plate, nose ring, earrings, necklace, chest plate there, and some kind of belt. These are funeral masks. So placed over the face of the dead body. This is the lid of a log coffin. Just a log hollowed out. We're looking at domestic objects and some gold pieces that were buried with people. We've had a coffee break and shot up to the 3rd floor, and we're going through these thick vaulted doors. There must be something very precious inside of here. A lot of the things on the 3rd floor are going to be related to how the indigenous people related to the spirit world. There are things here to reproduce the sounds of animals for rituals. There's a gilded trumpet there with a lot of detail on it. Containers to represent the structure of the universe. Not sure how, but that's what it says. This is a lime container with features representing the female body. Getting dressed up in all this gold. The chief was representing the sun. These are items of clothing representing animals used for dancing and ceremonies. For example, this second skin here, you would see the world through the eyes of a crocodile. Here there are several more death masks. The bigger ones for the more important people. Necklaces and female ornaments turn the person into a predator. And when someone transformed into a jaguar, for example, he acquired the strength of a jaguar, the agility and the sharp vision. That's what this is about. This room's about the offering. El Dorado, the act of going down to the lake and offering pieces of gold, throwing them in the lake as a way of communicating with the spirit world. Pieces like this, it's just a legend. They've never actually found gold in the bottom of any lake. In this darkened room there's a tiny gold raft which has been found. It's about, what, I don't know, 7-8 inches long. So it shows the raft where they would do the ritual of El Dorado, go into the middle of the lake with the shaman and throw pieces of gold in as an offering to the gods. This is a picture of Lago Guatavita, or Lake Guatavita, one of a few places where they would, the tribe would raft out and throw in gold and emeralds as an offering to the gods.